My name is Anna, and I'm 21 years old. I used to sleep very late every night. I would watch movies, scroll through my phone, or chat with my friends until 2 or even 3 in the morning. Every morning, I felt tired, rushed, and upset. I kept telling myself, this is just how I am. But then, something happened that changed everything. One Friday night, I started watching a new series. It was so interesting that I couldn't stop. I kept saying, just one more episode. Suddenly, I looked at the time. It was 3 a.m., I had an important work meeting the next morning, and I had set my alarm for 7 a.m. When the alarm rang, I hit snooze. My bed was so warm, and my body felt so heavy. I thought. Just 5 more minutes. When I finally opened my eyes, the clock showed 10:30 a.m., my heart sank. I had missed the meeting. I had missed my chance. That evening, my boss called. His voice was serious. Anna, we needed you today. What happened? I had no excuse. I felt ashamed and embarrassed. That night, I sat on my bed with a heavy heart and asked myself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I stay up so late? I didn't want to feel like this anymore. I knew I had to change. I promised myself I would stop sleeping late. I wanted to take my mornings back. The first night was hard. At 9:30 p.m., I put my phone in another room. No movies, no scrolling. I sat in bed and stared at the ceiling. My mind was full of noise, thoughts about my day, my mistakes, and my future. I couldn't sleep. I really wanted to grab my phone, but I didn't. I closed my eyes and focused on my breathing. Slowly, my thoughts became quiet. By 11 p.m., I finally fell asleep. The next morning, I set my alarm for 6 a.m. When it rang, I didn't want to get up. My bed was warm, and it was raining outside. Still, I pushed myself. I put on my raincoat and went out. The rain was cold, and the streets were quiet and empty. At first, I hated it. But then something magical happened. A rainbow appeared in the sky. The colors were so bright and beautiful. In that moment, it felt like the world was whispering, "Good job, Anna. You made it." That morning, I realized something. Waking up early wasn't just about being productive, it was about noticing the small, beautiful things I usually missed. Changing my habits wasn't easy. Some nights, I really wanted to watch just one more episode. Some mornings, I wanted to stay in bed. But I made small promises to myself. 1. No phone after 9:30 p.m. 2. Go to bed by 10 p.m. 3. Wake up at the same time every morning. These small rules helped me build a new routine, and slowly, waking up early started to feel good. It became something I enjoyed. I gave myself a challenge. Every morning, I would try something new. On the first day, I ran to the park and watched the ducks swimming in the pond. On the second day, I made pancakes and tried to flip them like a chef. I failed, but I laughed so much. On the third day, I climbed a small hill near my house and watched the sunrise. It was the first time in years, and it felt amazing. Each day felt like a small adventure. Slowly, I started to love my mornings. A week later, I was walking in the park early in the morning. The air was cool, and the sun was shining. I saw kids playing and laughing. An old man sitting on a bench smiled at me and said, "Good morning." I smiled back and replied, "Good morning." It was such a simple moment, but it filled my heart with happiness. Of course, not every day was perfect. One night, I stayed up late talking to a friend. The next morning, I felt tired and grumpy. At first, I felt like a failure. But then I reminded myself, one mistake doesn't mean I have to give up. That night, I followed my routine again. Now, my mornings are the best part of my day. I wake up early, make my tea, and enjoy the quiet. Sometimes I go for a walk or write in my journal. I feel happier, calmer, and more in control of my life. I don't feel like I'm wasting time anymore. If you want to stop sleeping late, here's what I've learned. 1. Start small, go to bed just 15 minutes earlier each night. 2. Put your phone away. This was hard for me, but it changed everything. 3. Find a reason to wake up, plan something fun for the morning, a tasty breakfast, a short walk, or quiet time for yourself. 4. Forgive yourself. If you mess up, it's okay. Try again the next day. One morning, I wrote in my journal, "Today is a gift." Don't waste it. If I can change, you can too. Waking up early isn't just about leaving your bed, it's about making space for the life you truly want. You can do it. Start tonight. Wake up early, and you might just discover the magic you've been missing.